ABC News 4 at 6.
And just into our newsroom, our crews in Monk's Corner, where a fire broke out at a home in the 100 block of Hannah Road off Cooper's Store Road. We're working to find out more about this fire, if anyone was injured, the condition of the structure. Stay with us, of course, for the latest information. And also, just into our newsroom, flights canceled out of Charleston International Airport. A power outage at Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport in Atlanta is to blame, and we have some pictures of what's happening right here. Right here, you can see this picture right here at Atlanta's airport. The plane's not moving. Take a slide. Look inside of the airport right here. You can see passengers, looks like waiting in line. The power's out. The TVs aren't on. Airport officials are tweeting out they're working very hard to fix this problem, but a lot of people, a lot of passengers, as you see here, stranded, sitting in the dark. The Federal Aviation Administration has stopped planes from flying into Atlanta. No word yet on why the electricity went out. And of course, as I mentioned at the top of the story, we are feeling it right here. Many Charleston flights to and from Atlanta, well, at this point, they have been canceled. This is all airlines, including American and Delta. The later flights at this time are still on time, of course, pending that power outage being restored. Of course, we're going to keep an eye on this developing situation. We, of course, are also keeping an eye on the weather. And doing that for us tonight is Chris Nessman. I know we talked earlier before the show. You told me big changes are in store and we may need an umbrella. A new report tonight regarding sexual harassment in South Carolina in the workplace. According to the AP, more than 100 agencies in South Carolina aren't required to have anti-harassment policies, and that state offices are allowed to adopt its own rules on workplace behavior. Also new tonight, a car crash in Dorchester County claims one life. The accident happened on Wire Road near Zion. The Highway Patrol says 31-year-old Johnny Owens was driving a Honda Odyssey with two other people in the car when he drove off the road and his car flipped over. The passengers were taken to Trident Medical Center, where the front seat passenger later died. Of course, we're working to find out how the other passengers are doing at this hour. And new in the Carolinas tonight, a Clemson University student is now out on bond after being charged for breach of trust. 22-year-old Mateo Gomez was arrested Friday for allegedly stealing money from the school's sailing club. Mateo was the club's secretary and managed the money, but allegedly used the money to pay his tuition, rent, and spring break trip. No word yet on how he paid for his bond. A health concern is spreading through North Carolina this week. Health officials say reports of the whooping cough have doubled in the last week, going up from 21 to 45. The first case was reported at an elementary school in mid-November, and the respiratory infection has now spread beyond the schools. You can catch the whooping cough even if you have been vaccinated.
I mean, it's scary, especially after being so close to the fire that we just had. But I don't want to live in fear.
Yeah, it's always scary up here. And this is really hard. The trees are dry, the shrubbery's dry. A small fire with the wind can grow.
Firefighters still battling the California wildfires after nearly 2 weeks. More than 267,000 acres burned, and the gusts still reaching 65 miles per hour, and the fire is nowhere near over. So far, it's taken 2 lives. New video tonight of firefighters honoring right there one of their own. You're looking at video of the funeral procession for a California fire engineer, Corey Iverson. Authorities say he died from injuries he suffered battling the Thomas fire. Firefighters stood on overpasses, saluting as the procession drove by. He leaves behind a pregnant wife and a 2-year-old daughter.